Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome back to another StarCraft video. Now today is an exciting day because Zeratul has been released as the latest co-op commander in SC2. And I figured, what better way than to give this man a warm welcome than by playing a brutal mission and hopefully do so successfully with a level 1 commander. I'm sure my ally can help out in that regard. But anyways, Zeratul is of course the Dark Prelate. He's recommended for experienced players. We get to control Zeratul on the mission and search for Xel'Naga artifact fragments to improve your army and abilities. We get to control the Xel'Naga enhanced protoss warriors as well as the constructs. So I've played one game with him so far over at BlizzCon, which is where he was announced, and he definitely does play a little bit differently than many of the other co-op commanders do. Now, we've got a bunch of funny named protoss units. We don't have a Stalker, a Sentry, a Dark Templar, an Immortal. We have none of that. We have the Xel'Naga Ambusher, the Xel'Naga Shield Guard, the Void Templar, the Xel'Naga Enforcer, the Xel'Naga Watcher, the Xel'Naga Abrogator, although I don't have that one available just yet, the Xel'Naga Void Array, that one is also still locked, and we have the Tesseract Cannon. Obviously, you don't want to give all of these units the exact same name, right? But it is kind of funny to see them, you know, very clearly being a Sentry or like a Stalker, but they have a completely different name. As far as the upgrades go, I don't really want to spoil myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and just simply mouse over the first one. The Power of the Xel'Naga. Zeratul has a 100 starting supply and his units have increased life and damage. Buildings do not require a pylon power and units cannot be warped directly onto the battlefield. Zeratul's Ancient Nexus can automatically construct ancient assimilators. Well, without further ado, I've grouped up together with Jaeger, who is going to be playing Stukov. Brutal has been selected, as well as the Void Thrashing mission. I think it is time to ready up. Alrighty, so here we go, and you can immediately see these ancient assimilators starting up.
Right on time, commanders. These Void Thrashers are tearing up my base, and they ain't gonna let up anytime soon. They got my men pinned down, so it's up to you to stop them. Fix those Thrashers fast, before they blast my fortress apart.
Alrighty, so you can see, immediately the gases start harvesting that Vespian as well. Now on top of that, I cannot actually construct any of these pylons.
That's how a Thrasher appears.
This is so strange, look at this.
Get ready to welcome it, would you?
Look at it, it's so weird. I get to just simply, apparently produce a Xel'Naga passageway without actually having that pylon power. Now at the top of the screen, you can see there's a couple of these abilities that are currently locked. I already can choose this very first one over here, and this is going to be our first top bar abilities. Or one of the top bar abilities rather. So basically the way that Zeratul functions is that over time, with discovering more and more Xel'Naga artifacts, or at the very least their fragments, you unlock more and more of these abilities, more and more upgrades, as well as more abilities on all of your Protoss units. I think we'll start up right here with the Telbrus Legion. Call down Telbrus and his legendary legion of zealots to aid in the battle.
Advantage against our foes.
Alright. I can actually not transform this passageway into a warp gate, which means that I get to produce gateway units just like I do normally in StarCraft 1. We're going a little bit back in time, I suppose, in that regard. I don't really know what kind of build order we should be playing, but I'll go ahead and construct a couple of these passageways. I'm just gonna call them gateways though. And very soon we have Mr. Zeratul spawning here as well. I'll go ahead and get my my gateway units right there to work on the very first set of rocks. And so I want to use Zeratul immediately to start scouting for those Xel'Naga artifacts. And it's a pretty cool idea. It's a pretty cool and powerful setup. Once he spawns, I can basically use an ability that will spot a location on the map, or show us a location on the map. And we can use that location to our advantage by heading over in that direction, grabbing the Xel'Naga artifact, and then unlocking more and more abilities. By the way, this very first upgrade that we've got, or this very first top bar ability, does cost us 500 minerals. So it's kind of a lot. I definitely don't want to use that all too early here. Now this is brutal, so it doesn't really allow for us to mess up very often. We'll see how this goes. I think I can use Zeratul right here at the very beginning as well, though, for the base defense. You should be out by the time that this attack wave really starts dealing the damage. Here we go. Come on, Zeratul. Now, he's got a bunch of different abilities. We have Blink, Void Seeker, as well as Shadow Cleave, and then the Prophetic Vision. Prophetic Vision is what we're interested in. Is that... So basically, we have to pay attention to the minimap where this location would be. I'm trying to figure out where it roughly would be. It might be relatively nearby though, but for now, I'll go ahead and spend a little bit of time building up those two things right over here. And I guess I can also start working right here on some of these zealots and stalkers in that area too. Let's go ahead and build a shield guard, and I'll just simply continuously make more and more units. So he's got this Shadow Cleave ability that deals a bunch of damage to nearby enemies. And we also... Ooh, gotta be careful here, Lowko. Don't really want to just give that area up. We also have a whole bunch of really cool things that we can use to our advantage here a little while later. I don't think I want to really use the 500 minerals though right now. Seems a little bit ridiculous. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out where that location was, because I don't really know, to be honest. Let's get rid of this first Void Thresher though. It's probably gonna make life a little bit easier. All right, so let's have a look. Is it like showing us on the minimap roughly where it is? Oh, I think it does. Oh, so if you don't find it immediately, I think it might show you on the minimap. I think that was one of the things that was a little bit bugged over at BlizzCon itself. Let's go ahead and have a little bit of a look in that direction. See if maybe I can activate the ability here again. Ah, there it is. Okay, so there we go. I've got the stasis beam. Fires a beam emanating from the artifact holder that places enemies in stasis for 15 seconds. So this is one of the abilities I can now start using here as well. Should I go ahead and produce, I don't know, we'll get a Void Shrine. And we'll get some other units here in a little while too. Do you guys have any abilities? Oh, you got Shield Recharge. Very good. Alright. I already have a lot of gas. Not entirely sure what I'm going to be using all of that on, but... let's go ahead and head on over in this direction. Now, you may have noticed right now, by the way, the Prophetic Vision is currently on cooldown. We don't really need to head in that direction, by the way, but fair enough. I guess I can hang out over here for a little while. Alright, I'm gonna head on over towards the second objective, though. Don't want to spend too much time over there. But it is gonna be on a bit of a cooldown until the second one of the Xel'Naga things is gonna be available. Now, I believe this structure right here is mostly just for upgrades and for unlocking the Void Templar. Or you can see which upgrades I guess you can get. The thing is, I'm pretty sure you do not have any Forge upgrades or anything along those lines on this commander. So all of the upgrades, and for example, like Blink, that I can unlock right now on my Stalkers, I am like 99% sure they unlock only because I found that Xel'Naga artifact. So it's really critical that we find those things as soon as possible. I guess we're, you know, not necessarily in a rush here, but I can once again use the Prophetic Vision, or Visage. I'm really bad at spotting these kind of things, though. This must be... is that over here? Am I crazy? Is that right over here? Yeah, there it is. Ah, nice.
The Void Thrashers are on the field.
Increases the duration of Zeratul's Legion and Avatar cooldown. Cool. Alright, well, let's go ahead and try out the Tel'Var's Legion. This is one thing that kind of confused me for a little bit. Basically, I spawn these units in, and I can then not control them. The only thing I can really do is just sort of decide in what direction they want to attack. I do have to make sure that Zeratul himself obviously doesn't die. But that is kind of how we expect this kind of thing to work out. And it's pretty interesting. It plays out very differently than you would normally anticipate it, I suppose. But it's a cool idea and a really nice, refreshing mechanic, I suppose. We haven't really seen something like this. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and knock down these rocks because I should have probably done that a little while ago. And I guess I can also set up some of these constructs. I do have a lot of gas, though. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be spending all of that gas on. In particular, since I don't even have all of them unlocked here yet, but fair enough. Oh yeah, I construct the assimilators from the Nexus. Very interesting. Alright, so I don't have a forge or I don't have anything along those lines. It plays a little bit differently. It's okay though. We'll figure it out here over time. So they do have blink, although it's on autocast. Very short cooldown, by the way, only a couple seconds. What about my Dark Templar? Do they have blink as well? They sure do. Oh, we can get the blink army going right from the get-go here. That's pretty cool. All right, let me go ahead and hotkey those two things right here on hotkey 2. I guess that's fine. I'll just rally more and more of these. And let's go ahead and get some of these. Oh my god, there's 750 minerals? Okay, that's more than I anticipated. Let's use that beam. Okay, gotta be careful though. Obviously, don't want Zeratul to go down. We're absolutely smashing it so far though. Very good.
Kick 'em back to the void.
Let's go ahead and make some of those immortals, if I can. There's a little bit of shenanigans right here in the center, but looks like the Alexander has that one covered just fine. These stalkers seem to do a stupid amount of damage though, right? Is that just me? Or I guess they're not called stalkers. What are they called? Ambushers. Xel'Naga ambushers. They certainly do seem to deal quite a bit of damage. We should get some observers though. Yep, we should definitely get some observers. Now, I would like to get the third Xel'Naga artifact here. Oh, wait, does it say that there's no more hidden artifacts remaining? Oh, get it, get it, get it. Nice. Good, good, good. We got it. That is really too bad. So I was really looking forward to showing you this. I will show you that later this week, I suppose. But basically, after collecting the third of the 3 hidden Xel'Naga artifact fragment things, you get yourself a really, really powerful... hold up, let me switch those over. There we go. You get yourself a really, really powerful, I guess they're called avatars, if I'm not mistaken. And it basically gives you the option to produce some of the most powerful protoss units you've ever seen. Or I guess they're technically Xel'Naga units. I'm not entirely sure on the specifics, but it is certainly one of the most exciting things you can produce on Zeratul. And apparently it's unlocked at level 2. Alright, well, we have a little bit of time right now. Let's go ahead and make sure that we are at least close to maxing out. I would like to maybe get another one of those watchers as well, because why not? Let's wait for a sec. I'm almost maxed.
I believe the enemy wishes to test our defenses.
I'll make sure to show you that though. Later today, I'm gonna be spending an entire live stream leveling this man up from 1 to level 15, or maybe after this game I will already be at like level 2, but maybe even level 3. So we do have quite a lot of, oh man, I really don't want to get in there, to be honest. Too many explosions. I'll let my ally clean that one up. Later today I will be leveling him up from 1 to 15 over at the live stream. If you're interested in me uploading that entire VOD, let me know down below in the comment section, because I did that last time around with Tigers, and it seemed like a lot of you really enjoyed that. So I can definitely do that once again, where I will be leveling up, of course, with viewers. Okay. I'm not quite maxed out yet, but it doesn't really matter too much. I do want to make sure that I get my my Legion thing ready to go. Alright. So let's go. Let's go ahead and just use all of our abilities. And I'll just keep reinforcing with more and more units. We have a pretty massive army. Do my Immortals have any abilities? Well, it's all... Oh, I actually unlocked those by making the Constructs bay. So I'm assuming that's going to be that Robotics bay here that we will be able to unlock in the end. But even though we're only level 1, these things are dropping like absolute flies. We have a whole bunch of HP remaining as well on Sergeant Hammer's Fortress. So I don't think we are necessarily in any rush. Trying to move my units forward. Ooh, don't really want to stand in those circles if we cannot all avoid it. But there's no denying that the amount of damage that we deal is absolutely ridiculous. And Jaeger, of course.
Hell yeah, we made it. Tell you what, next time y'all are in town, I'm buying the first round. And that's a promise. Haha.
Help me be able to complete this mission on the brutal difficulty. Nice. Now, it turns out, with all of the bonus XP that I got, the additional objective XP, the difficulty bonus, co-op stim pack, war chest, as well as the first win of the day bounty. We already have Zeratul after just a single game, almost up to level 4. So I've unlocked the prophecy fulfilled, unlocks the ability for Zeratul to find the third and final artifact fragment. And once all artifacts are found, Zeratul unlocks the following abilities. Calls down the Avatar of Form or the Avatar of Essence. Those are really badass. Those are the final abilities you unlock. They're really, really cool. And then we have the Passageway Enhancement Cache. Unlocks the following passageway level artifact upgrades after the second artifact fragment is found. Allows the Xel'Naga Ambusher Blink to leave behind a void apparition to attack once for 200% of its weapon damage. Increases the energy regeneration of the Xel'Naga shield guards by 100%. Allows the Void Templar's Blink to deal 50 damage to units caught in its path. And allows the Tesseract Cannons and Tesseract Monoliths to absorb up to 100 damage every 60 seconds. Alright. Now, I'm really curious. How many units did I kill and how many did my ally kill? So, Jaeger, he played very well. He is a maxed out level Stukov. He ended up killing 154 units. Yet I did 217 kills at level 1 with Zeratul. And that is without so many of those upgrades, right? I mean, just simply the additional energy regeneration on the Xel'Naga shield guards is massive. And obviously, apparently you get a ton of benefits from just simply blinking around. There seems to be a lot more potential that I have on playing Zeratul more efficiently. We absolutely did carry our weight here. That's a little ridiculous. Now, I'm certainly gonna be playing this man a lot over the next couple of days. I will be producing a couple more videos on him as well to explain what my final, quote-unquote, final strategy is going to be. If you would like to see those videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get notifications as soon as future videos go live. But other than that, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? A special shout out to the Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for directly helping out the channel. But I'll see you once again in the next one.